Have you even noticed when you buy a new car and you're driving it around, you start seeing it everywhere? Yet, before owning the car, you never saw it. Have you ever wondered why that is? It's because we have a filter system in our brain called the reticular activating system. So because there's so much going on in our reality, our brains cannot take everything in. It would basically like overload our brains, right? So we have a filter system in our brains that will pick things out of our reality that it thinks is important to us. So that's why when you get this new car, your reticular activating system thinks it's important to you, so it starts picking it out of your reality and you start seeing it everywhere. So you have to realize it's the same thing with positive thoughts. If you've got positive thoughts, your reticular activating system is going to pull out the positive things in your reality to prove that to you. Just like if you have negative thoughts, the reticular activating system will pull out negativity from your reality to prove that to you as well. So your reticular activating system shows you things that you are focused on. So this is why I want to make a video on how to reprogram your mind for positive thinking, how to program this reticular activating system, so that way as you're going about your day, your reticular activating system is going to pull positivity out of your reality, and that's going to keep you in a positive state. So hey guys, I'm Laura and I make videos that will awaken your awareness. So you need to understand the law of attraction. It works 24/7, whether you realize it or not. It's like the law of gravity, right? I have this pen, if I drop it, it's going to drop. It's law of gravity. It's always working. Law of attraction is the same. It is always working 24/7. But to understand the law of attraction, you need to understand the law of vibration. So the law of vibration is the primary law of attraction is the secondary law. So law of vibration states that everything in the universe is in a constant state of movement. We're in an ocean of motion, right? And so thoughts are energy, right? Your thoughts are energy. And they vibrate on different frequencies depending on the nature of your thought. Your thoughts and feelings control the vibration of your body. And you've got the power to dictate the frequency of your being by choosing and directing your thoughts. And your emotional state dictates the vibration you're in. The vibration you're in dictates what you're going to experience in your reality. So this is why we want to program ourselves to think positively. We're going to have positive feelings. We're going to end up being a positive vibration. And then our vibration is going to attract more positivity into our life. So that's the law of vibration, primary law of attraction is the secondary law. So if you understand that, that's a good thing, right? You can start learning how to create the reality that you really truly do want. Now, I have a garden analogy as well that I wanted to sort of teach you, right? Think of it like this. If you plant roses in a garden, what's going to grow? Roses, right? If you don't plant anything in your garden, if you ignore your garden, what's going to grow? Weeds. And so your mind works the same way. If you are not consuming positive information, positive content, inspiration, motivation, practical, useful information that will help you get towards your goals, if you're not consuming this sort of positivity, weeds will grow. If you consume negative things like the news, or even there's a lot of negativity on social media. If you're consuming all this negative information, weeds are going to grow, right? It's going to keep you on the negative vibration as well. So I'm going to teach you on how you can reprogram this reticular activating system. So that way, when you're out going about your day, It's going to pull out positivity from your reality. It's going to keep you in a positive state because you're going to have positive thoughts. You're going to have positive feelings. You're going to be in a positive vibration. Your experience in the reality is going to be more positive, right? So the first thing I recommend doing is consuming positive content daily. I talk about that a lot in my content because it really was the game changer for me. Making that decision to just consume positive content. Right? It's something that's so simple to do because you can play this sort of stuff in the background as you're doing things like, as you're getting your breakfast in the morning, as you're getting yourself ready in the mirror, in the shower, doing the dishes. You can just be playing any sort of positive content in the background, and that's just going to be going straight into your mind. It's going to be programming this reticular activating system. So I highly recommend, just finding people online that you really like that put out positive content. I've got my go-to people online. One of them is Gary V or Gary Vaynerchuk. I think he is a great person to follow. He gives out a lot of practical, useful information, and he's just got this really good vibe about him. He puts out a lot of positive content, and I've noticed how it affects my own personal vibration in a positive way. So find your people online, your go-to people, and just start watching their content daily that is going to help you keep it in this this positive vibrational state. The second thing I'm going to tell you to do is start using positive what ifs. It's really easy to think negatively, and it's really easy to think negative what ifs. What if it doesn't work out? What if I'm not good enough? So switch that to positive what ifs. What if it does work out? What if I make so much money from this because I get really good at it? What if my dreams do come true? You know what I mean? Like, switch it to using positive what ifs. Again, you'll be helping program your mind to be positive, help to program that reticular activating system. Now, the third thing I'm going to say to do is make sure you have positive self-talk. Again, I think it's really easy for us to have negative self-talk, and you've got to realize that negative self-talk in your mind isn't actually you. That is someone else's voice. Someone may have said negative things to you as a child, and now you have this voice in your head from that person. It's not you have to realize it's not actually you, it's not your voice whenever you're thinking negatively, okay? And so make that effort to be conscious of your self-talk. This kind of comes down to improving your self-awareness. Awareness is key, right? And then just make that effort, even if you catch yourself out having negative self-talk, okay, I need to stop thinking like this, and then just start thinking of, positive self-talk. Start just telling yourself positive things, boosting yourself up, being like your number one fan, And so that will make a huge difference. It's going to help program that reticular activating system. The fourth thing I recommend doing is using positive affirmations. So this could be, you could jump on YouTube, you could find positive affirmation videos. I actually have one coming out for positive thinking. So subscribe if you want to, be on my channel. You want to watch these sorts of videos. You want to get that positive affirmation video for positive thinking. So you can do that. You can consume other content with these positive affirmations, or you can sit down and write out your own positive affirmations. You can choose what you're going to reprogram your own mind with by doing that. So I recommend actually doing both. I think both are great. I think it's good to write your own personal ones out for whatever you're wanting to achieve in life, or just just anything that you really want to program your mind with. And then just, it's really great to, like I said in the first step, being consuming this positive content, having it playing in the background. You can do the same thing with positive affirmation videos. There's heaps on YouTube. So I recommend doing both, consuming positive videos and writing your own positive affirmations. Now, the next thing I'm going to tell you to do, this is another game changer, is practice daily gratitude. This is really good for programming the reticular activating system. So when you do this, when you stop and you take the time to actually be grateful for the little things in life, the things that a lot of people just overlook, just having a house, having a roof over your head, having clean water. Like some countries, they have to walk miles to get clean water. How lucky are you that you don't have to do that? You know what I mean? And when you take that time, I recommend writing 3 things you're grateful for every day. You can either do it in the morning when you first start your day, or even at the end of the day. I like doing it at the end of the day. I kind of do it both, but I like doing it at the end of the day to kind of reflect back on the day and write down 3 positive, things that happen that you're grateful for. So because it's like you're reflecting back on that day, and then it's training you and the reticular activating system to look for the good in the small stuff, right? So that's going to keep you in a positive and happy and high vibrational state. And if you do find yourself having a negative thought, because it does happen, we're not perfect, don't worry too much about it. Again, it's self-awareness. So have that self-awareness just to be like, oh, that's a negative thought. And then what you do is just think 3 positive thoughts to counteract it. I like the number 3 because it's Nikola Tesla said the key to the universe is 3, 6, and 9. The universe works on numbers, and he believed in it so much that he would walk around the building 3 times before entering it. Yeah, a little crazy, but they say genius is... wasn't there a fine line between genius and crazy? And he was a genius, so yeah, that's why I say 3 times, because 3 is a universal number. And again, just having that self-awareness to catch yourself out when you have a negative thought, and then like, oh, boom, 3 positive ones to counteract it. And that, again, is going to help reprogram that reticular activating system. I hope you like this video, guys. I hope you got some sort of value. If you did, let me know by giving me a thumbs up, or even write a comment. If you like this sort of content, then subscribe and hit that bell notification, and keep your eyes peeled for my affirmation video for positive thinking, because that will help you reprogram that reticular activating system and your subconscious mind. I almost forgot. If you do have a problem with negative thinking, check this video out now, because this video will teach you how to deal with negative thinking.